folks, how are you? This is Jim Miner, your realtor from South Scottsdale, Arizona, bringing you the weekly real estate trend report prepared by Michael Orr from Arizona State University. Hey, you know what? I wanted to bring up this chart. We're going to go through the major cities. We can't do the second tier cities. There just isn't the time for that. But I wanted to bring this up and give you a feel because folks have been saying, hey, what's been happening to our area or to our homes in value? And I know everybody's not asking for a specific amount, but you kind of like to know what the trend is and what's going on. So let me explain this chart to you because now this is a weekly chart. This is showing what's been happening in this area. In this case, we're going to start with Avondale because that's out on the far West Valley. Over here on the right, you see the years that are represented in the corresponding colors. So you have 2011 is going to be 2011 right here. All right, 2014 is only come across here. Why? Because we've only done this much of the year. Okay, so it's kind of strange to look at the beginning, but once you start to focus on it, it's kind of an interesting chart that Michael has prepared. Okay, so you see what happened here in 2012. Now, what's kind of strange, you've got to remember, let's go back to 2013. Okay, this is the end of 2013, and that's where you'd pick up 2014. Okay, and then you start marching through, and these are, each little bubble in here is the end of a week. Okay, and this is Avondale's, and these are your percentage gains or losses depending on the situation. All right, you have a feel for the chart, and of course we have the months to go across here, which is a full complete calendar year. And as you can see, we're right in here at the 1st of June. This is going to say week 24, June. Okay, so here's Avondale. Now, I'm going to go through annual appreciation. I'm going to go through some of the major cities here. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is Chandler. And I'm going to point out the green line to you because remember, this will be the beginning of 2014. And over here, you see the end of 2013. Okay, so as you can see, we'll march along, kind of trending down here. Okay, for Chandler, not everywhere is the same, folks. That's why we're taking a look at kind of the major cities here. Let's take a look at Gilbert. Gilbert's been kind of a mess this year. It started off at this point, and then it has just essentially gone down. Gilbert's got a lot of inventory. They've had overpriced homes. You've had new builds out there. And frankly, it's been a buyer's market. I mean, kind of big time out in Gilbert. Word's out, people know it. Okay, and we did Gilbert. Let's take a look at Glendale. That's in the West Valley. You can see here's the green line here for this year, and notice the percentages. You can see that it's headed down in Glendale, but not as radically as Gilbert was. And let's just go on down here. You can see the second tier cities are there, but we just can't go through all of them. Let's take a look at Mesa, bouncing back out into the west side. Even though it's to the north of Gilbert, it hasn't been doing what Gilbert has. You can see in Mesa, yeah, it's down, but it's a little bit more of a leveling out in here. Okay, and let's go on and see the next one. You know, it's always fun to look at Paradise Valley. Look at that, boy. Good luck with that. I'll leave it up here so you can have some fun with it. But here's the green one, man. I'll tell you, this is 52 stick pickup if you ask me. Let's take a look at Peoria. Whoops. Let's take a look at Peoria. That's out there on that west side again. And you can see it bounced around in here, dropped down. Now we're kind of starting to ease back up in Peoria, okay? So that kind of gives you a feel. This stuff's really important, and 99.9% of the agents in the valley do not use this. And if I was in Peoria and I'm a seller, I'm looking at this going, you know what? The market's looking kind of good for me. For a buyer, it's just fine to be buying. I mean, these aren't radical moves. Look at Phoenix. You sure take a lot of the ups and downs and everything out of the market when you look at Phoenix. Just kind of a little modest trend to the downside here. And let's see who's up now. Oh, Scottsdale. That's where my people are. South Scottsdale. Love South Scottsdale. You know what? We got to do a thumbs up to the people in South Scottsdale. There are more flags per capita out there, American flags. I'm telling you, I go out there and I walk those streets, I'm telling you, there are a ton of American flags, and that's a big thumbs up to you folks in South Scottsdale. We love you, and it's nice saying thank you, and particularly thank you to the troops. Anyway, back to Scottsdale and the chart. You can see we've got the green going here, kind of up, down, but we're hanging out 5% right here. Remember, that's all of Scottsdale, okay? It isn't broken out on north or south. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. And then the last one we're going to take a look at down here is, well, let's take a look at Surprise. Okay, we got a lot of military folks out there. And here's that green again, just to kind of get your eyes focused in. And you can see it's kind of, starting to move back up here over the last 5 weeks, moving back up into here. Okay, and then we'll take a look at Tempe. Okay, we got to look at Tempe because that's where ASU is. That's where Michael Orr is. Okay, you can see that we're kind of getting a downtrend there. Okay, hey, just wanted to show you this chart. Kind of a fun chart to look, and you folks can pause it when you're watching this. Now, let's get back up here and let's take a look at our dashboard. We always take a look at that, okay? Before we close out, and come on, crank it up. Get a shot of the vitamins here and get this thing a-moving. Okay, Cromford Index, we always start there, okay? As you can see, we're here at the market, and once again, for all you new viewers, the baseline is 100. Above 100, a seller's market. Below 100, a buyer's market, okay? So you can see the market's 86 right here. A little bit of a trend to the upside. Demand, down, okay? You can see it up here, 80.5. Supply, down. And you can see it up here, 92.7. It has been moving down. Okay. And of course, the overall market, 86.8. So what's that mean? That means it's a buyer's market. Folks have been talking about that. Let's go down here and look at pending listings. I always like to look at that, see what's going on for activity in the marketplace. As you can see, the bias is definitely to the downside here. We're hanging out in there in that 7,100 mark right here, about right now, but it's kind of probably getting ready to roll down a little bit more. And let's go down to the list price per square foot. And you see, here's where people are listing. Here's where properties are selling and going under contract. A little bit of a gap here. If you're a seller, you may want to say, gee, the action's here. I'm up here. Not going to happen up here. Why is it not going to happen up there? It won't appraise. That's why. You and I may love your house, but the appraiser from the bank may say, this is where we love it. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. And we're going to go on down here to days on market, and you can see we're just kind of flat, hanging in there, 83 days. Okay. And I'll tell you, that's about it for this week. And I will see you folks next weekend with the Real Estate Trend Report. This is Jim Miner, your realtor from South Scottsdale. And if you would like to get access to more of this information like my clients do, then give me a buzz, 602-345-0433. And once again, the big thumbs up to those folks in South Scottsdale and all those American flags. Looking good, folks, looking good. Okay, see you next weekend. Have a good week.